Good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Have a nice
Good
day to
afternoon.
everyone. So we are going to start our activity lab today. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay. So I would
Thank
like to invite anchors. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. How are you, Sida?
Yes, I am fine, Geeta. What about you?
Yes, I'm also good. You know, nowadays people also change. They not need vegetables.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm also feel sad.
yes, I am also the same
Nowadays,
situation.
yeah, they are going with fast food. They only need ready-to-made food. Then they are going eating. They don't need anything. Organic vegetable. They're not thinking about their health also. Why? I don't know. Nowadays, people always change.
Yes, if it goes like this, what will we do?
Yeah, I don't know. I am thinking about one idea. You know, today we just go. Someone coming to a market. Yesterday told the NCDC family. I think they need some vegetables. The teachers coming to a market, so they need.
Yes, yes.
So
So we can go there
yeah,
and
let's wait.
sell our vegetables. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegetables,
So vegetables.
Yes, we need some
fresh.
vegetables. Please give us all variety of vegetable because in our class we need to show children's. So we need your fresh vegetables, please.
Yes, this is fresh and not organic, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice.
Yes.
My all friends are also waiting here to buy from you.
Yes,
Okay.
that's why our
It's
came
so
this
good. Nowadays, people also change. They want to know about their health. They're not thinking. The children also need nutrition food.
This is
Vitamins,
organic
everything they need.
or from the market? Organic vegetable?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, it looks very fresh. How much for the tomato?
Tomato only 1 kg 25 rupees.
25 rupees. Okay. I'll have 2 kgs,
Yes.
please.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So, first of all, I would like to welcome Girja ma'am for signing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. So it's a wonderful time in the vegetable market. So I hope you will give some vegetables and all freely to me. Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
You're also ready.
So then if you're giving freely, how you will live, ma'am? So with this money only you can survive your life.
Yes.
So anyway, this is Girija Peter signing into this wonderful vegetable market with Sri Tu ma'am and Ulpat ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sita,
Yes.
you know, the teachers are very talented.
Yes,
And
I
they are
know that.
also thinking about their health. Very health
Yes.
conscious.
Yes.
Yes,
So
here,
we can
I
call
think they go.
group wise.
Yes, they also came
Yes.
with groups.
Yes. So we can call group
So let's
wise
invite.
with the sign in.
Yeah.
Yes. First, I would like to welcome Fantastic Five.
Yes, the fantastic five.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So we are going to sing a song and we'll perform. Okay. We are fantastic five. We are fantastic five. Super awesome five. We together have lots of fun. Planning and learning. We are fantastic five. Super fantastic five. Thank you.
Fantastic five. Wow, superb, fantastic five.
Super. Next, I'm going to welcome Shining stars. Play shining.
Shining stars.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
We are the stars, the shining stars. We are here to shine in today. We shine in the day and night. We are here to shine in today. We are the stars, the shining stars. We are here to shine in today. We shine in the day and night. We are here to shine in today. Thank you.
Wow.
Super.
Superb. Very nice.
Next mission planner.
Yes, ma'am. So we are also performing with one song. Ready, mission planners?
Yes, ready, ma'am.
Oh, we are mission planners, mission planners. We are mission planners, mission planners. We are mission planners. We are signing in today's wonderful class. Oh, mission planners. We are mission planners. Mission planners. We are mission planners. Signing in today's wonderful class. You.
Wow. Superb. Very nice.
Today's wonderful class.
Next, blasters.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Yes,
are
Sita, we want to
blasters.
join.
Blasters,
We are blasters. We will rock.
Will rock.
We
We
will
will
rock.
rock.
Shining in today's
Shining
class.
today's
Shining in today's class.
class.
We are blasters. We
Blasters.
are
We
blasters.
Blasters.
Thank you. Blasters.
Wow, super blaster.
Sita.
Yeah.
Yes, it was so nice.
Yes. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me also.
So many talented teachers in.
Yeah. I think next we want to move.
Yes. I think a game show.
Okay.
Okay. So we can call Fantastic Five.
Yes, the Fantastic Five, please.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. We got a new game for you all today. It's easy also. You all have to give a self-introduction singing and say. Like I'll do, I am Ashwati, I have done BBA, I am staying. So whatever tune you want, you can make a tune and give your small self-introduction, okay, in singing way. Okay, all of you ready?
Yes.
Yes,
Nice one.
Okay, so I'll start with Femita ma'am.
I am Femida. I am married. I have 2 children, 2 daughters. I am from Idukki. Idukki is nice place. I like my place. I like my class. I like my friends.
Wow, super Femita
Super.
ma'am. Nice. Preetu ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I am Sridu. I am coming from Kannur. I am coming from Kannur. It's very beautiful place. It's very beautiful place. And I have so many friends in NCDC class. Thank you, ma'am.
Super Preetu ma'am.
Oh, super.
Ulfat ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Ulfat. My place is Calicut. I really like my friends in NCDC. That's all my all. Thank you, Sri ma'am.
Wow, lovely singers, all of you. Alia ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Aliya. I am from Calicut. I am married. I have 3 kids. I work as a teacher. Right now I'm on a break. Now I am doing my Montessori. Thank you, ma'am.
Superb, Alia ma'am.
Excellent, ma'am.
Yeah. Sabita ma'am, would you like to call?
Okay, ma'am. Next, Shifna ma'am. Sinsha ma'am. Sinsha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Sinsha. I am from Kannur. Kannur is a beautiful place. And now I am lives in Bahrain. I am married and have only one daughter. I worked as a teacher. Now I am doing NCDC course. Thank you all. Thank you.
Next, Fatima ma'am. Fatima ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Fatima. My place is Kollam. I completed my graduation in BCom. I am married and I have one baby boy.
Superb, Fatima ma'am.
Wow, super.
Next, Naurin ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I am Naurin. I am coming from Calicut. Calicut is wonderful place. I have married. I have one daughter. She is studying in LKG. Thank you.
Superb, Norin ma'am. Very nice.
Wow, super.
Okay. Ashdi ma'am.
Ma'am, Divya ma'am is there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, next to Divya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Divya. I am living Tiruvalla. I have 2 children. I like NCDC class. I have so many friends. Now I am in Sharjah. Bas.
Superb, ma'am. Shaima ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Shaima. I'm from Kollam. It's a beautiful place. I have a daughter. She is studying KG. Thank you, ma'am.
Superb, Shaima ma'am. Sneha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I am Sneha. I am from Trivandrum. I have 2 kids. They are studying 8th and 4th. Now I am gone. Now I am a student from NCDC online class. Thank you, ma'am.
Superb. Nice. Superb. Oh, Naja ma'am is there. Naja ma'am, unmute.
Akshay ma'am, you can.
Yes, ma'am. I am Akshaya. I am from Kozhikode. Now I join NCDC class. I have a lot of friends here. I love my friends. Thank you so much.
Superb, Akshaya ma'am. So, Naja ma'am, Sabita ma'am, do we have anything else? Any other games or riddles? I'll ask one to all them. How can you tell that Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are going to get married? How can you say that? Very easy. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are about to get married. But how can we say that? Because they have a
ring.
Yes.
Wedding ring.
And one more thing, I can be crushed to pieces, but only if I am given away first. I can be clogged and attacked, but that's usually my own doing. No matter how many problems I have, you wouldn't dare let me go. It's very long and boring riddle actually, but related to our human body part only. I can be crushed to pieces, but only if I'm given away first. I can be clogged and attacked. Our body part, which body part gets clogged and attacked? And if sad, gets broken into pieces?
Mouth.
No. It can be, no, it can be clogged and it can get attacked. And if we feel sad, it will get broken into pieces.
Heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice, Alia ma'am. And what food is so funny that it can be a comedian? Food.
Food?
Yes, what food is so funny that it can be a comedian? Crackers. It cracks.
Crackers, okay.
Yeah, one last. I can be hot, I can be cold, I can run, I can be still, I can be hard, and I can be soft. What am I? I can be hot, I can be cold, I can run, I can be still, I can be hard, and I can be soft. And we need it daily.
Water?
Yes, ma'am. Also, today's star is Alia, ma'am.
Yay!
Yes. You know everything.
Thank you. So we are done.
Okay.
Thank you, Ashwini ma'am. So nice.
Okay. Speech about the factors influencing the learning. First activity is the speech, and everyone. I will give one subject, and everyone talk about that subject. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay.
Yes,
okay. First, I will call Sinsha ma'am. Okay. Motivation. Subject is motivation.
Yes, the motivation is one of the essential factors of learning because everyone need motivation. That is elders and children's. All peoples need motivation for doing something. So especially children in the younger age, small age, because they expect more motivation from their parents and from the teachers. Because if we want to do something, we need a proper support and motivation. It helps them to achieve more goal in their life. So when the child is started for walking, and we want to give motivation for it, it will help them to move forward. So next, when they started for eating some vegetables, some new food. So as a teacher, as a parents, we need to motivate that so they can understand it is very good for eating vegetables and like so. This motivation process will help them to understand what is good and what is bad. So it is very essential. And during the class time also, when the students is not good for in teaching, not good for in learning, they are in backward positions, the teachers need to support them, or then they need a pat, a small pat, and a smile is enough for giving motivation for the kids. So it is very essential factors. It will help them to learn forward and understand many things, and it will the motivation it will remove their fear. As a teacher, as a parents, we need to keep motivating. So it is very essential factors in learnings. So keep motivating for the kids. Thanks. So.
Thank you, Sinshama. Motivation is the important factor for influencing learning. Okay, thank you. Next is Soumya ma'am. Please talk about memory. Memory. The subject is memory. Okay, we can move to another person. Shaima ma'am. Memory. Please talk about the memory.
Yes, ma'am. Memory is the basis of the all knowledge, and in all students are in highly memory power. And then memory power is related to brain, and different types of memory, spiritual memory and neuron memory. And then that's and short-term memory and long-term memory, and different types of memory. Memory is related to knowledge, and in spiritual memory is the transfer of through the spirit through succession of birth. And spiritual memory divided to different types, that is DNA memory and blood vessel memory, neuron memory, sensory memory. And DNA memory, it's transferred through the gene and generation in birth times. DNA memory related to birth times. And then blood vessel memory, it is the memory about each germs in our body within memory. And
okay. Okay,
then
ma'am.
neuron memory, the neuron memory is okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Memory is the base of the knowledge. Thank you. Then next,
then neuron memory.
Okay. Your video is stuck, ma'am. Okay, we can move to next person. Ashwati, ma'am. You please talk about attention.
Yes, ma'am. Attention is a very important learning factor, because if we pay attention, then everything goes in our mind. And if the child or if the teacher also doesn't pay attention what the child is doing that time and just keep on talking, that is not helpful for the child. And the same way, if the child is not listening properly, not giving attention, and he's looking here and there, so whatever the teacher is saying doesn't go in his mind. So we have to take proper care about the surroundings. We should not be in a distracting classroom. The classroom should be exactly focused so that the child can focus to the teacher directly. Or if he's doing some work, we can give him only that work rather than keeping many things to distract his attention, because attention is a very important factor through learning also, to memorize also, and keep on it will help to keep a long memorization. When the child give attention to a subject or anything, he can remember it for longer time. So attention is very important, ma'am.
Okay, Ashwati, ma'am, thank you. Attention is the important one. And before planning and implementing the activities, we must consider the attention. Okay, now Rin ma'am, we already studied different factors for influencing learning. You take your favorite factor.
Yes, ma'am. So I would like to talk about independence. So in the preschool stage itself, we can see the children are doing their own activities and all alone. So we have to give more activities or more materials to children. Then only we can see their skills, talents, and all. So and also the teachers should give more freedom to children. Then they will be more interested doing these activities. If we are not giving freedom to children, we can't see their skills and all. So each children's have different inborn talents will be there. So we have to motivate and encourage on that. And one of the most important thing is that freedom should be given by the teachers or parents. So yeah, this is I would like to say about the topic independence, ma'am.
Okay, Naurin ma'am, thank you. Next is Ritu ma'am. You talk about your favorite factor.
Yes, ma'am. I think I talk about memory. So memory is essential to learning, but it also depends on learning because the information stored in one's memory creates the basic for linking now knowledge by association. So memory is the best part of our life. So memory are very essential in our lives because they allow us to grow and learn to be a better person. And also memory is the knowledge about past things. So I think biologically there are 7 types of memories are there. First one is spiritual memory. It is the memory transferred through spirit through succession of the birth. So the second one is DNA memory. It is transferred through gens and generation. Then the third one is neuron memory, different groups of nerve cells. So responsibility for different thoughts for perception, drift in and out of action. Then the next one is blood vessel memory. This is change to memory, thinking and behavior resulting from condition that affected the blood vessels in the brain. Then cognitive and brain functions can be significantly affected by the size, location and the numbers of the changes. Then sensory memory. This memory allows you to remember sensory information after the stimulation has ended. Then the next one is short-term memory. Short-term memory. This memory allows you to recall specific information about anything for your brief period. Then long-term memory. Any memory we can still recall after 13 seconds. This is called long-term memory. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sridhu, ma'am. Memory is important.
Super.
Okay. Ulfatu, ma'am, are you ready for speaking about your favorite factor?
Yes, I am going to speak about motivation because motivation is influencing. If you are motivating any child, yes, you can do. At the same time, they thinking yes, supporting is outside. So they supporting, they thinking yes, I can do. If any bad situation they're facing, we want to support them. We want that supporting words from their family and the teachers telling that word will be stick, or they thinking yes, I want to do. Yes, I'm going to win. Yes, I will try. They're thinking. So I think motivation is very influenced in child mind. So nowadays, I think the school also giving the motivational class and everything. If the 10th, I think the 10th standard onwards, me also getting the motivational class. At that time, we are thinking about our result, the examination, everything. The pressure also in our mind. At that time, I get lot of motivational class because that influenced my life a lot. So I think motivation is most important in every child life, in small to big one. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Motivation is very important for all activities, especially learning. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Super.
Then Soumya, ma'am, you talk about your favorite factor for learning.
Yes, ma'am. That's a recognition.
Yes, ma'am.
As a human, social being, every human needs appreciation and recognition in our society. So when we appreciate a student for his positive things, did any positive things, or for his good habits, that will make a confidence in him, and it will improve his confidence level, and also he doing so many things positively. So recognition is very needed for learning, and we can appreciate by giving some gifts to him, and some cuddling, and through smiling and clapping. So appreciation is very important in learning process. So I like most in appreciation. That's all, ma'am.
Yes, Soumya, ma'am. Children always like others' recognition and encouragement for all activities. So this is important for learning. Okay, ma'am. Next in Naja, ma'am.
Oh, super, Soumya, ma'am.
Yes, wonderful, Soumya, ma'am.
Okay, Naja, ma'am, you please talk about your favorite factor for learning.
Yes, ma'am. My favorite is independence, ma'am. All children and kids like freedom and independence in thinking. Especially children are like freedom and independence like elders. The main reason behind the angry is because the children is main reason because they not give enough freedom to independence. If we can control them, will affect the children. So we gave enough freedom to their work, and if we gave enough freedom, encouragement, and it will affect their creativity and free thinking. This is good for kids. The skill development. The child who enjoy freedom only feels to take self-respect and self-sufficient. So freedom is very important for learning, independent learning. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. Freedom is freedom for developing one's own skill and talents. The freedom is most important aspects for learning. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And they want to understand about that. And through factors influencing through learning, through that is motivation, interest, aptitude, aptitude, recognition, and transfer of learning and memory, like that. Different factors influencing through learning is that. And according to motivation is that motivation in children, we have to motivate all while doing any activities or while doing anything. We have to motivate them. Then only we can see their more talents and more interest and all. So always encourage and motivate to children. So while talking about this interest, while in the preschool stage itself or the preschool, we can see that children's having a different interest will be there. Each children's having different interests. So we have to more concentrate on their interest, and we have to more encourage on that. So never force to the children, to their subjects and all. What they like, we have to concentrate on them. So that is about interest. And while talking about anxiety means fear or tension. Never create any fear or tension to children, or never create any unhealthy or fear while doing their co-curricular activities and all. Always talk to them friendly and communicate with them. If while talking to teachers also, we have to more communicate with children only. Then only they can be more interested while going to school and all. If they're getting fear and all, they will be unhappy in their surroundings. So always make them happy. And also while talking about maturity means in each stage we can see different maturities in their children. So we have to give them in the preschool stage or the early childhood itself, we are giving them anything. They will do their own things they will do, and we can see their maturity level and all. So we have to motivate and we have to encourage on that. So that is called by maturity. And independence means we have to give more freedom to children. Even the teachers on the preschool stage itself, the teachers should give more freedom to the children. Then we can see their more independence level and their concentration level and all. So these are these are the main points which I covered by these factors influencing through learning. So thank you.
Thank you, Noreen ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you covered some philosophers' name also who said that learning, how it is going to help us. Even neuropsychology, there is a term in our unit that says that learning happens in our by itself because in our mind itself there are many cells which are helping us to learn and take things, like thinking by our senses, by imagination. We are learning and we are taking those things. So that is the term neuropsychology, how our brain processes and helps us to learn all these factors. So thank you so much, ma'am. Now I'll call Divya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Learning process is very important. Then effective influence learnings are more points in then motivation, attention, attitudes, the interest, and more points in there. First one is motivating. Motivating requires giving some one a motive, usually self-interest or self preservation along the lines. While influencing is a higher level skill that makes the desired action their idea. Motivation gets you going. Influence is what makes you go in a particular direction. Then second point is memory. Memory is the base for all knowledge. Then memory is very important. Then four types of memories are in man: spiritual memory, DNA memory, blood vessel memory, and neuron memory. Then spiritual memory, it is the memory transferred through spirit through succession of births. DNA memory is transferred through genes and generations. Then blood vessel memory, it is the memory about each germ in our body with this memory. Then neuron memory. The neuron memory is the brain. Brain is the commonly said memory. Then next point, maturity. Maturity plays a role in a person's ability to accept responsibility for his own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It affects their ability to keep track of his thinking, and in this case to control the various emotions they may experience in a learning situation. Then next point is attention. Attention improve our concentration. Children are very important point, the attention. Then conscious on a selective object only, which helps in improving the clarity or focus on the object which is being perceived. Attention cannot be simply regarded to be a cognitive process only. It is also influenced by emotions, attitude, interest, and memory. Then next point is attitudes. Attitudes is an individual personal attitude towards issues and situations such as knowledge and social emotions. A person attitudes are determined by a person interest, emotions, emotional level of knowledge, and so on. Positive attitudes leads to success, and negative attitudes to failure. That's all, ma'am.
Very nice, Divya ma'am. Thank you so much. You covered all the points. Now I'd like to call Sinsha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So in this unit, we already study different factors affecting learning. So first, I would like to say that learning is a beautiful process. That means the learning helps us to achieve different knowledge. So it helps us to acquire different development, that is skills, naturally and occasionally. So in this unit, so many philosophers introduced their own concept, their own method for learning, like that knowledge building theory, learning to find theory, social knowledge theory, building theory, like that. So here mainly knowledge building theory is introduced to Gian Piaget. That is, he is the main of the contributor of this theory. So in his point of view, he said that is the knowledge is we are acquiring through the environment only. The outside pressure or the control over the situation cannot be changed in inner capabilities and knowledge in a person. Like that, we want to understand the outside also. So the teacher ought to be go to the nature and they understand the students what is happening naturally also. So this is the knowledge building theory. So anyone acquire knowledge through using their experiences and inborn talents in their own style and speed. Like that, Gian Piaget said that the central positions in learning we need to give the learners. We want to give the attention of the learners, then it will affect the learners for understanding what is proper we are going to teach them. So as a teacher, we want to understand, we want to give proper recognition to the learners. So it is the one of the factors that is recognition, that is knowledge building theories. Saying that we want to give proper recognition to the learners. The next one is learning to find method. That means Jaron S. Brunner found that learning find method, that is the learners is involving in the environment. That means Jaron S. Brunner totally disagreed that the old system, that is learning to with the help of the book. He's and that is a traditional way. He, according to his point, is learning is not for collecting only information, but it depends on the behavior of the learners also. We want to create a proper environment for the learners for learning, and their that is, we want to, as a teacher, we want to create proper environment for the students for learning. And then next theories, we already studied the social knowledge building theory. That is main concept of Brunner and Vygotsky is the two scientists behind this theory. So according to this theory, all the basic knowledge skills are developing social and historical background, this building knowledge, social and cultural factors. So social and cultural factors will create more interested in the mind of the learners. So it is very important to understand the social values during the learning time. Next, humanism concept, that is Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow connect to this humanities concept with education. This education will say that motivation, we need to give proper motivation for the kids. So humanism concept and learning introduce the motivation factors. That's we want to give proper motivation for the kids at the times of learning. This will help them to move more ahead and achieve their goals easily. Then that is neuropsychology that we already discussed. That is learning happened in our establishing for biochemical relationship between the neural system in our brain. So it help us to use this. So learning is happen using our senses. Then imaginary, that is senses means imaginary sense, thinking sense, all this information and experiences connected with this learning. So in this unit, we already discussed 15 learning factors. That means motivation, memory, attention, maturity, aptitude, anxiety, independence. These all factors are very important for the kids. So as a teacher, we want to understand these all factors and we want to apply this in our career. That means motivation, I already told. Then memories, we already know that we have so many memories, different types of memory. That is spiritual memory, DNA memory, blood vessel memory, neuro memory, long-term, short-term memory. Though these spiritual memories connected with the birth or time onwards, and DNA memories always connected with our genes. It is connected with the genes, and blood vessel is connected with antibodies. So long-term memory, short-term memory is not that short-term memory means when we speak to someone, when we conversation, when we study something, that is only give in short-term memory. That means it is only short-term basis. Long-term memory means the previous experiences and the relationships is always going in long-term memory. And the next is attention. Attention means if we give proper attention for the kids during the class time, it will help them to motivate the learning process. So as a teacher, we want to give more attention for the students. Then next is aptitude. Aptitude is one of the important factors learnings. We want to understand the children's positive things in the classroom, then we want to develop there. So it will help them to to understand what is their positive points. So as a teacher, we want to understand different aptitude of the kids in the classroom. This is help them for the kids for learning more. Then independence is we want to give more freedom to the class, and so we can create free and fearless environment in the class because of the freedom. So the children also like to attend the class as the teacher, we want to give more freedom, and we want to consider their points in the classroom. We want to give proper attention individually. So all these factors help them to understand what is learning and what is importance of learning. Then last one is transfers of learning. It is transfers of learnings. We already know that it is only happened in the classroom only. The teacher is the main factors for transfer of learning. The teachers give all their instruction in the classroom. The students can understand what teachers is learning, what the objectives of learning. So teachers give more importance to the kids. These are the transfers of learning. So these are the factors influencing learning we studied in this unit, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shensha ma'am. I'd like to call Naja ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Today we are discussing about different factors affecting learning. The learning is the process. It is important to all. The first one is motivation. Motivation is most important factor for learning, to come forward to the kids. The motivational word is very useful. Then memory. Memory is the basic unit of the learning. There are different types of memory: spiritual memory, DNA memory, blood vessel memory, and neuron memory. Then the systems of memory. There are sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. Then attention. Attention is the good best factor for learning. Without attention, there is no education, and learning is possible. Then maturity. According to maturity level, we gave the learning activity and without knowing the maturity, we get it will no use. Then next one is interest or taste. Interest or taste is very essential factor for learning. So this is very useful. Then next one is attitude. Then attitude. Attitude is best factor for learning. Then aptitude. We never divert their aptitude. We understand each one's aptitude, and according to their aptitude, we gave the learning activity according to them. Then anxiety. Anxiety. Without anxiety, the learning is possible in the classroom. Then the fearful mind is the anxiety. So anxiety. Anxiety is no use in education. The free mind. The free mind is useful, and the peace of mind is useful to study. Then imagination. Imagination power in children is in childhood. There is imagination power is more. These are the factors affecting learning.
Very nice, Naja ma'am. Next, I would like to call Shritu ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes,
So, individual engaged in the process of learning that are specifically unique to him or her. These factors include intelligence, motivation, emotions, and interest, attitudes, beliefs, values, learning styles, etc. So, first of all, I said behaviorism. behaviorism or the behavioral focus on how students learn. Learning theory is a popular concept that behaviorism focuses on the idea that all behavior all learned through interaction with the environment, and it influences how their students behave. It also helps teachers understand that a student home environment and lifestyle can be impacting their behavior, helping them see it objectively and work to assist with the improvement. The second one is Gestalt Psychology. This means this helps to introduce the idea that human perceptions is not just about seeing what is actually present in the world around us. It is also heavily influenced by our motivation and expectation. Then the third one is knowledge building theory. This theory, Jean Piaget is mainly contributed this theory. So knowledge building can be considered as the deep constructivism that involves making a collective inquiry into a specific topic and coming to a deeper understanding through interactive questioning, dialogue, and continuing improvement of ideas. Then learning to find. So Bruner purposes that learners construct their own knowledge and do this by organism and categorizing information using the coding system. Then Bruner believed that the most effective way to develop a coding system to discover it rather than being told by the teacher. Then social knowledge building. This concept is according to Vygotsky and Bruner behind this idea. The social environment influences learning by creating a language, environment, and experience. Then humanism, concepting and learning. Knowledge and feelings go hand in hand learning process. So cognitive and affective learning are the both important to humanistic learning. And lessons and activities should focus on whole students and their intellect and feeling, not on or the other. Then the main thing is that there are so many factors of influencing learning. We already discussed about that: intelligence, motivation, self-concept, attitude, interest, learning styles, and emotions. Then memory. These psychological elements influencing learning. Similarly, socio-cultural aspects influencing learning include family, home environment, neighborhood, community group, etc. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Shritu ma'am, your points was very good. You covered so many points like humanism concept, knowledge building theory, learning to find. These all are very important factors for learning. So our philosophers is already introduced these so many concepts for this. So next I would like to call Soumya ma'am. Soumya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Learning is a very essential, important part in the human life. Human acquires different skills through this learning process, and so many factors are affecting at the time of learning in children. And first one is the motivation. Motivation means, according to Jean Piaget, motivation means it gets from inner or outer side. If we do an important thing, or we decide to achieve a goal, then we have our own motivation, or sometimes we get the motivation from others. So it's lead to a good result and satisfaction in our mind. So motivation is very important part in a learning process. And next is memory. Memory is also needed for our learning process, because when we learn, these things are stored in our memory, and we can recollect when we want to. When we want. So memory is very important. And there are different types of memory: spiritual memory, DNA memory, blood vessel memory, and neuro memory. And through the senses we achieve the things and stored it in the memory. And also sometimes these memory have a short time and long time and lifelong. So it depends upon a person's and what's his mind at that time. So then next is the attention. Attention is very important in learning. If a student can't attend or give no attention to in his class time, he will never teach anything. And before planning or implementing any activities, we should consider that the student must attend or care about that class. And also maturity. Without maturity, learning process is useless. So we should consider that maturity in each student. And also next factor is interest. That also the students wants to enjoyable and playful environment for learning. And if we get that environment, he will interest in learning. So many subjects are we studied in learning time. But if any student couldn't have any interest in that one subject, that will lead to a failure. So interest is very important. And next is attitude. A positive attitude leads to a positive result, and a negative attitude leads to a negative result. That's attitude means a reaction towards that current situation or any emotions. So children use as a role model of elders and teachers. So we should keep a positive attitude in throughout the life and throughout our class. So children also follow in that attitude. And next is aptitude. Every children has the different skills, and we should find out, teacher should find out each student's skills and motivate them, encourage them, so they can improve the that area much better. Then is anxiety. Studying environment should be very positive, enjoyable. Otherwise, it will lead to a tension or punishment or anxiety. So, a teacher should consider the students' relationship should be a lovable, friendly environment. That's why they avoid that tension and anxiety. And also needed factor is independence. Children want to do things independently, and they want to freedom. So we should give them freedom to do things, and we should also take care of that. He will do the correct things. And next is recognition. And recognition is very important for learning process, that will improve to move forward with the confidence. And next is imagination. Children have so many imagination power, so we will give opportunity to imagine the imaginary skill of students. And also the family, our surroundings affecting this learning process. So we must consider that our surroundings, our family's environment is positive or peaceful. That's why a student will improve in his studying. And also affecting factors is tension. Tension causes because of fear about a subject or fear about anything. So we should avoid that tension in a student. And a teacher should understand also all these factors, and should understand the skills, aptitudes, attitudes, and the stance, behavior, character of a student, and it will lead to a good learning process. That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Soumya ma'am. Your point is so good. So we already studied different factors affecting learning. So next, Sabita ma'am, can you please explain, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Learning is very important. We are learning so many things from our surroundings, from our society, and from our education system. So learning is very important. Like other animals, man also acquire different development and skills naturally and occasionally. Example: walking, sitting, and the balance. Then these we can call maturity. Balance skill we absorb and acquire purposely. These are this type of purposive acquiring skills and its process is called learning. The factors that influence in learning are first one is motivation. Motivation is very important. According to Jean Piaget, motivation comes from an inner or outer need of or aim. If we have to reach a goal, then our mind will be unbalanced. People will strive to reach the goal in order to avoid these imbalances. Aim moves a person forward. After reaching aim, satisfaction comes and avoided tension. Aim is essential for success of any activity. During the time of his formation of thinking power, he can determine his aim. The defect in determining aim is the main reason behind all the failure in the education. If we have a goal, we will have the motivation to do so. Learning is not possible without motivation. Children need to develop a sense of purpose at an early age, then we must give them the motivation to achieve it. Next, memory. Memory is the base of all knowledge. Memory is the knowledge of all past things. The four types of biologically, the man have four types of memory. This is spiritual memory, DNA memory, blood vessel memory. And the spiritual memory, it is the memory transferred through spirit, through succession of birth. The DNA, it is the memory transferred through genes and generations. And the sensory memory is the storage of information that we receive from our senses. The smell, taste, touching, and vision. These are the sensory memories. And the short-term memory is the capacity to store a small amount of information in mind and keep it readily available for the short period of time. And next attitude. Attitude is the reason significant. The attitude of others can significantly affect the learning of children, especially the attitude of teachers and parents towards their children. It is essentially to give children a positive approach to learning, otherwise they will be lost interest in learning. They create a positive environment. It will help children to eliminate negative thoughts. The teacher should be a role model of children's aptitude. Not all children are same. Everyone have its own interest and aptitude. Some children learn by using hearing. Some children learn by seeing. And if we create the learning activity on the basis of this, we can get more result. Then teachers should understand the aptitude of children and we can if we create learning activity on the basis of this their aptitude on their aptitude we get more result. And anxiety, it is the mental state of in all people. If it is volume increases, it may lead to mental diseases. Sometimes if children have bad experiences in school, it creates anxiety. So don't create fear and anxiety in children's mind. And independence, the freedom is very essential for our children. Freedom environment enhances children's abilities. It helps to increase their to increase their skills. All children likes freedom and the lack of freedom, it will affect the skill and aptitude development of children, and recognition and mind have a tendency to repeat things which are getting through encouragement and recognition. If we give recognition to children by considering their sense of orientation, we will get more result. Encouragement we can give in different ways through pleasant smiles, words, and gifts, etc. And next, security. And then imagination. The imagination, the childhood period is the children have so many imaginations. It the giving food to and the talking to things, the food giving to and puppet and there's so many imagination in their childhood. It helps to some children. Sometimes children will imagine when he grown up, he will be a policeman and he will be a pilot. Then the imagination create a goal in create a goal in their mind. The imagination is in learning is very helpful. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Sabita ma'am. So in this unit, we discussed the lots of concept of famous psychologists, famous philosophers. So each and every concept is related with each factors of learning. So we covered all the points. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Very well done. Can we have a thrilling activity now?
Very good, excellent. Yes, ma'am. We can practice one rhyme with slow motion and high motion, ma'am. High speed and slow speed.
Yes.
So I would like to call Ulfat, ma'am. Can you sing a rhyme in slow motion and high speed? Could you present?
Tomitam, where are you? Here I am, how are you? Peter Pointer, where are you? Here I am, how are you? Next time I'm going to change it. Tomitam, where are you? Here I am, how are you? Peter Pointer, where are you? Here I am, how are you? Thank you.
Wow. Next, Samita, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Slow. Clap your hand. Clap your hand. Listen to the music. Clap your hand. Wash your face. Wash your face. Listen to the music. Wash your face. Clap your hands, listen to the music, clap your hands, wash your face, listen to the music, wash your face. That's all, ma'am.
Wow, super.
Wow, super.
Now, ma'am.
Yeah. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little and no one's to play. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little and no one's to play. Rain, rain, go away.
Super. Next, Alia, ma'am.
Yeah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, the little ones stood to touch his feet, and they all go marching down to the ground, to the down on the lane.
Boom, 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 boom. Now the faster version. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. The little ones stood to kiss them, and they all go marching down to the ground to get down on the lane. Boom, 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 boom.
Super, Oriya, super correct. Yes, our. Yes.
Thank you, Sansha ma'am. That was very thrilling, very interesting. So now we are going to the second round of our discussion, where we have to. Yeah. So here we are going to tell how to apply the knowledge and the ideas in the unit in life, career, and society. So I would like to begin, and here we are in this unit. We are talking about the learning process and the factors affecting learning. The learning process, as they tell, actually we have to accept experience through the senses, the five sense: hearing, visualizing, feeling, smelling, all the sense we use and we learn. Then we connect the experience with the old ones, and then we compare and differentiate. Then we classify, analyze, then we conclude. And if it is effective, then if it is correct, then we learn it, and if it is wrong, again we go through the evaluation, and then we do self-correction. So it is a kind of a cycle where where the learning process is happening. That is the first part. So we have to teach all the kids in this way only. They have to we have to just not tell them the correct thing, and only this is correct, you don't have any other way to do. That is not the way of teaching, because they will not, that will not be there in their memory for a long period of time. So it is better that we give them this experimenting method. Like, we tell them to try by themselves and understand that that is the what they are learning is actually correct. They have to do it themselves. They have to experience it themselves. That will be more effective in their for learning for the children. So and while they are self-correcting, that will actually help in them for learning properly. Then we are talking about the factors influencing the learning. And as we all know, the motivation is very just a second. Femida ma'am, can you just continue? I will just get back.
Okay, ma'am. All are participating in the discussion, and the subject is how to apply this knowledge. How to apply the knowledge and the ideas in this unit in your life. This is the topic, and all are participating the discussion. I will call the name. First, I would like to Soumya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. In this unit, we discussed the factors influencing the learning process. It's a very important part of a human life to learn the things with the different skills, and with the knowing these all the factors influencing, it's very helpful to improve our learning process. We go for we learn about motivation, recognition, and freedom, maturity, memory. So many factors are there. So a teacher should be applying these factors and understand these factors, and I will use these things in my career as a, because we can understand how children facing these problems, and how we can overcome these problems, that difficulties in learning process. So we should understand the skills, aptitude, memory skills, and we can motivate them, give recognition them, and we should also providing a good role model as a teacher. So it's very helpful in my career and also in my life. That's all, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. We are focused. Our future is preschool teacher. As a preschool teacher, so we considered these factors for before implementing and planning the activities for the children. This is very nice, ma'am. Okay,
Yes.
then Naurin, ma'am, you share your opinion, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So definitely I will apply this knowledge in my career itself, because I understood more about this factors influencing through learning. And also in this module, in this unit itself, discuss about like Brunner and Jean Piaget itself. They told about we have to understand about the nature of intelligence children, and also we have to give more materials to children and all. So by this method, we have to continue in our teaching children the career itself, and also like factors influencing through learning like motivation, intelligence, aptitude, interest, and independence, anxiety. These all should be added. And like that, also motivation means we already discussed about encouraging the children, motivate our children by doing by giving them different activities and all. And also anxiety, interest, we have to know about our children's interest, we have to know about, and we want to motivate them. Then only we can understand their concentration level, their thinking power and all. And also aptitude, aptitude is there one of the most important thing. Each children's having different aptitudes in their learning, so we have to concentrate on their aptitude, and we have to give more activities on their aptitudes, and we have to more concentrate, and we have to encourage them. So, and also like intelligence and independence, also we have to give more freedom to children. Then we can see we have to talk and communicate with them friendly. Even we talking about the teachers also, we have to make them has a friendly environment in their surrounding. They want to live in a fearless environment. So like that, we have to keep our children very friendly. So these are points I have to cover in this unit, and I will apply this knowledge in my career, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Naurin, ma'am. Very well said. Being a teacher, we have to apply this in our life, because it's actually very essential and required in our career. And as you said, motivation we have to give to children. And memory, they have divided memory into many parts, so we have to take care that they are using the sensory memory and DNA memory and neuron memory. These are genetic, they get it genetically. And attention should be definitely, we have to get the kids' attention before we teach. And the maturity, their interest, we should make sure that the subject we are teaching them should be interesting. And even if it is not an interesting topic, we have to make it interesting as teachers. And attitude, first the teacher should have a positive and a very happy attitude, so that they can pass on to the children. Only then the children also will have that energy, that positivity in them. And anxiety, we should never try not to create that fear and that threat in children. We should always explain to them in a very nice manner that they understand the concept, and they are not afraid in any way to come and talk or to ask if they have not understood. Independence, we have to give them the freedom to learn more, to develop, to bring their own ideas to whatever we are teaching. So we have to, and security, they have to feel safe. School is their second home, so they have to feel as safe as they are at home. And they should be happy, they should be interested to come to school. So that security, that healthy atmosphere should be there in the classroom. And imagination and thinking and family factors. So at home also, we have to influence learning. The parents should motivate the children. They should also take interest in what their kids are learning in school. You cannot just leave it to the teachers. They're going to school, so they will learn everything from there. It is the parents are also having a great role in teaching the children. They have to practice what they are learning. They have to take care of what is being taught in school. So we have to take care of all the factors here. I would like to call next Fatima ma'am. Fatima ma'am, can you how do you apply this knowledge in your
Yes,
career?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. provide a good role model to the children, and we can understand the child's skill and abilities and interest to learning, and then we have encouraged the child and give motivation to the child, and always keep our children into friendly manner, and the motivation give the ability to increase the ability of the child, and it keeps the children's attention, and through these methods applied to the children, it will be better. Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am. Then I would like to call Ashwati ma'am. Ashwati ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Learning. Yes.
You want to do later?
No, ma'am, I can do now.
Okay.
Learning factors is definitely, ma'am, I'm going to apply all the factors which have been told in this unit, as well as the philosopher's theory also. It is really very helpful. So definitely I'll be a very motivating teacher, and I'll encourage my kids, and I'll pay attention towards them, that they are paying attention whatever I'm teaching them or not. So all these factors, whatever is given in this unit, definitely I'm going to apply that, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Ashwati ma'am. Thank you very much. Next, Sinsha ma'am.
Yes, Alia ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So in this unit, we already discussed so many learning factors. I want to apply all these factors in my career. First, I want to apply knowledge building theory of Jean Piaget. That means, according to his theory, he say that it is knowledge learning theories based on the learners. So we need to give attention for the learners at first. It is we need to give central position to the learners, and it helps them to understand the environment also, and the environment we need to arrange on the basis of the learners. So we want to create proper environment in the classroom. This theory I want to follow, knowledge theory. Then learning to find theory, that means Jerome's bonus theory, learning to find theory. That means we want to unfollow the old traditional method of teaching. That means memorizing method. Then we want to introduce a new method, that is student-centered approach learning. That means we want to give more attention to the students, so they can develop their own talents, their own skills. So next, I will try to motivate my kids in the classroom. Then I will give more attentions, and I will give more freedom to the classroom. So many points I want to apply in this career, ma'am. These are my points. That means I will create free and fearless environment in the classroom.
Very nice, Sinsha ma'am. Very well said. Like you said, we have to every time put the kids in the center of the learning process, and we have to give them the freedom to show their creativity, to find more, rather than teaching what is there in the book, the traditional method, as you said, because now we have the student-centered method. So that's very nice of you, ma'am. I would like to ask Ulfat ma'am, how are you going to apply this knowledge in your teaching method?
Yes, ma'am. It was so interesting because we want to know about everything about the children. As a teacher, we want to motivate them. We want to give the proper freedom, and if we are in front of them, we want to take their attention. So everything they need in proper way. If we are giving more freedom, that's not good for the students. The same way we want to give the freedom also. So everything I want to give the proper way. So I will try to my best, and it was also interesting and informative module, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulfat ma'am. Very nice. As you said, we have to motivate the children, and we have to give them freedom, and we should not just leave them freely. We have to give them wherever required, and the places where teacher has to take control, the teacher has to be there also. Very well said, Ulfat ma'am. Next, I would like to ask Shaima ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
My opinion is suggested new methods that is and rejected in traditional method in education systems, that is learning to find, and then that is memorizing method, and introducing in environmental study in all children, and then motivating in all activities and encouraged in all activities, especially in extracurricular activities, and the teachers understanding in all student aptitude. And then one different field in interested in all children, that is in some children is interested in musical, and then another person is dance, and then another is writing, and so many talented in encouraged in all activities in teacher, and then identified the aptitude. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shaima ma'am. Yes, we have to find the interest of the children and make learning a very interesting way. Now I would like to ask Famida ma'am, how are you planning to apply this knowledge in your teaching field?
Yes, ma'am. This theory in this chapter is discussed the different type of theories: behaviorism, Gestalt psychology, knowledge building theory, learning to find theory, and different type of theories. First one is behaviorism. Behaviorism means the set of and fixing a particular objective of aim of the learning, and give the different type of motivational, timely encouragement to give attainment of that objective. Then next is Gestalt psychology. Is the perfection is important. This theory states that the perfection, the activity perfection is very important for finding the solution. And the next knowledge building theory. Knowledge building theory is introduced by Jean Piaget, and he states that the outside pressure and outside forces is not important for the learning, and children learn with their inborn talents and inborn capabilities. Then next theory is, this theory is more suitable. I think this theory is more suitable. Learning to find theory. This theory is focused. This theory is introduced by Brunner, and this theory states that the environment is the important factor for learning, and this theory avoid the old traditional method of learning. That means the avoiding the and rejecting the text-based studies. So this theory is more suitable for learning, I think. Next one is social knowledge theory, and Brunner and Vygotsky explains this theory social importance for learning. Then next humanism concept of learning and neuropsychology theory. Neuropsychology theory means learning happens through outer sense and imaginary sense. We are collecting the information from our outer sense organs and imaginary sense thinking, and the mind is not absorbing the fully, and some of them the brain is one process is made, and these findings compared to our previous experience, and some of them accepted into the mind, and some of them rejected. And then next this chapter is discussed different type of factors influencing the learning: motivation, memory, attention, maturity, and independence, anxiety, recognition, etc. So many points. We are focusing the preschool teaching job, so that time I think these factors we considered before planning and implementing the different type of activities to the children. So I think this is helping for our future career. This is my opinion, ma'am.
Very nice, Famida ma'am. Well said. As you said, we have to create a very good environment for the children for learning, a positive environment, and unlike the traditional method, we have to give them that opportunity to learn and find new their own ideas and creative points. That's very nice. And at last, I would like to ask Sabita ma'am, what is how do you apply this knowledge?
Okay, the learning is very important. I will create a goal in my children's mind, and I will give motivation, and I will find the aptitude and the interest, and I will give I will give the activities on the basis of this, and I will give motivation, and first I will create a goal in children's mind. That's all.
Wow,
Very nice, Savita ma'am.
All performed very well, very good.
Yeah, we should have a goal, we should have a target as a teacher, and then we should make sure that the kids have achieved that target. And that is also a very important thing a teacher should do. Naja ma'am, I would like to hear from you. How would you apply this knowledge?
These all knowledges were very helpful in the class. I will do my level best with all these factors in our career. I will give enough freedom to in our class. I will reject the traditional method. I will focus in student-centered approach. To students give enough freedom to the class and give the sense of security feeling in the class. And according to each one's aptitude, I will give each one's learning activity. I gave. Then I will give enough learning activities according to their interest. Thus, all factors I applied in my career, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Naja ma'am. I like the first sentence you said, that I will do my level best. That is very, very, that dedication as a teacher. That's very nice, Naja ma'am. Now, Divya ma'am, I would like to hear from you also. How do you like to apply this knowledge?
Yes, ma'am. Then learning is very important. Then children's we must we want to motivation, we want to freedom. Then the children some children are very talented. Then that time children's then we can understand in the learning then the subject, many subjects, then very interested in, that topic. That's all, ma'am.
Thank you, Divya ma'am. We should actually make the learning process very interesting and very informative for the children. And we all will be very good teachers in future. Thank you very much, all. Everybody did perform very well today.
Wow, super. Excellent. All performed very well.
Ulfat ma'am and Shritu ma'am, I would like to know how this vegetables you grew at home or you this bought from the market. There are no pesticides on it, right?
Yes, no pesticides.
No pesticides.
Yeah, but I think nowadays people are not doing this vegetable growing plants at home. Everybody are, taking the easier method, just buying from the market.
Yeah, everyone is busy also, ma'am. They only need ready-to-made food.
Yeah, the life is moving very fast, and also the vegetables in the market with the pesticide, they look more fresh than the organic. That is why people are getting very, easily.
Yes, at the same time they bargaining with why I don't know.
Even the price comparatively is low.
Yeah, they're not ready to buy. Now we are so happy. Yes.
Now we are so really happy.
Yeah.
Because I sold
finished everything.
Wow, superb. Okay, ma'am. Then you can carry on.
Okay. Thank you.
Geeta, I think can we fix this place?
Yes.
Can we fix this place?
Yes, this place is good.
So we can come here and sell our vegetables.
Yeah. Yes, they are also really curious about our vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's go today. We finished. We're so happy. So let's go.
Yes. We can go. Yes. So we can wind up the session.
Yes.